Hey, peace, peace, everyone. Peace, 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 everyone coming to the room, coming to the room. Yo, peace, TJ, man, that's my bro. Yo, aloha, what's good with you? Everyone, what's good? Y'all stay on the show. We're going to get fired up. We got a special guest today on PlantMeduNeter. You feel me? What's up? What's up? What's up? We are getting into it. Okay. All right. Everyone, where are y'all coming from? We got New York in the building. We got Houston. We got Hawaii in the building. We got ATL in the building. What's up, everybody? It's good to be back on season 3 of PlantMeduNeter. I'm so excited. We're going to kick this off with a lot of information for you and your family. So stay tuned. We're going to get some more people in the room. We're going to get our special guests in the room, and we're going to get it rocking with some good information for your mind, body, spirit, soul, your neurons, your blood track, all of that, y'all. So stay in tune, okay? We're going to be rocking in a hot second. This video will be on YouTube. We are on YouTube at PlantMeduNeter. Peace, 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 y'all. What's up? What's up? Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, everyone. Yes. Peace and love to everyone in the room. Welcome to PlantMeduNeter. We're going to allow some people to come into the room, and then we're going to get started with our special guest of the night. And, peace and love to you all, everyone. Seeing this on YouTube, seeing this on Instagram, Facebook. We have a lot of platforms that our PlantMeduNeter show will be on. So easy access for you and your friends and your family. You can share it, you can comment on it, you can ask questions, at the end of the day. So this is all for you and the people of the community. Yes, indeed, indeed. Hey, peace, peace. What's good with you, brother? Peace
What's
and
good?
love. A lot of things are good. A lot of things are moving. Fresh faces, nice brown skin. What's up, brother? Looking good, man. Looking good. I'm in Raw. So everyone, we're going to let a lot of people get into the room. Everyone, welcome. This is PlantMeduNeter. I am the truth. I am your host for the show. PlantMeduNeter is a food, culture, and science show where we allow healing opportunities and access to just information that other holistic health and gurus are out there just giving us information for us and our families. So everyone come into the room. I'm the truth. We are here with our special guest, Jordan. He is a pioneer, man, definitely a pioneer, a holistic health and science of the body, the brain, the spirit. He is a teacher of yoga and detox and body strengthening. He's also a pillar for our generation of finding peace and prosperity and freedom in South America, doing retreats and a lot of other great, 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 great things. So I'm very excited for Jordan to be on our platform. Welcome, Jordan. How you doing, man? What's good?
What's good, Truth? I'm doing so amazing, so well. Just finishing up my first day one of juice feast that I'm doing right now for 30 days. But so I'm feeling great, and life's good, living in the tropics, and just really excited to be here today, sharing with our audiences and giving them opportunity to know who we both are and what we both do, but also really just opening up to share with you guys, how we can work together to continue to uplift and advance our species on the planet.
I'm in rock. That's what's up, and that's exactly what we're here to do. We know we have a lot of people into vegetarianism, veganism, plant-based, keto, and we have a frugivore. Is that how you say it? Frugivore?
Frugivore. Yeah.
Frugivore. Okay. So is that's your term that you use? You mainly use fruits and vegetation to uplift your body, to strengthen your body.
Absolutely, that's correct.
For sure. For sure. So when did you start this journey? When was the point where you was like, I got to switch, I got to make a change. This is going to be a pioneer that I'm going to take on, and I'm going to roll with it,
Yeah. So for me, it was never I gotta do anything, because that's never really worked for me in my life. But as I expand my awareness, as I'm curious, as I learn things, I like to apply that wisdom and get more. I like to apply that knowledge and get more wisdom based off my experiences. And so they say when you know better, you do better. That's not true for everyone, but I'm definitely one of those people that as I came across certain information throughout the years, just more spiritually uplifting information, seeds planted from different religious and philosophical systems, eventually I was prepared. The real key that happened to me, the real key thing that happened was that I was ready when I received the call. um, we're all going to receive that call one day to rise up to whatever challenge, whatever level, whatever growth opportunities before us. But the question is, will you be ready? Will you be the person that you need to be to accept that journey and to carry it forward? So yeah, it was around 2016. I was in university, studying business, playing music in the band, the trumpet, marching band, jazz, doing photography, modeling, just being in Atlanta and finding my way through the world, being a polymath and being a multifaceted, multidimensional kind of Renaissance person, a lot of interests. But I was studying business, and I came across, just in my adventures outside of school, I came across a book that was talking about veganism. And it just pretty much opened up the box of health information, environmental information, like ethical, moral, spiritual, philosophical components that I had never thought of. And so for me, it was more so just an attraction to this new wisdom, new information that I was getting, and my desire to want to apply it and kind of see, is what this book talking about, is what these YouTube or whatever are talking about, is that really real? Is that really where it's at? It was aligning with me because I wasn't satisfied with the version of reality that I was already living in. So it's like I was always looking for certain answers and certain guidance and certain inspiration, right? And so, like I said, when that book came across my lap, I read it, got some information, did more research. But at some point, it's not about researching what you learn. It's actually just about doing it and getting the experiencing the consequences of your actions. And for me, when I eliminated animal products from my diet and from my lifestyle in terms of using things that come from animals in an unconscious way, when I made that choice, the consequences were extremely positive, overwhelmingly positive in terms of how I felt in my physical body and how my spirit felt. The only negative consequences I could say that I experienced was the consequences of breaking away from the mainstream program and the consequences of challenging people's mainstream narrative, their current belief system, and being like different, being outside the box in the way that I was choosing to live and what I was choosing to eat and activities I was choosing to do. There wasn't really that many African American, Black, melanated, original beings in my field of awareness that were like going on that path at the time. So that was challenging for me, but it wasn't discouraging because I wasn't looking to be validated by like what everyone else is doing. I needed to be validated by my own spirit and to have that confirmation from the Most High and from my earthly vessel and from my internal gut, just knowing like, yo, this is the right thing. Like, so I got into, like I said, I got into veganism in 2016, and the whole being isolated, being different things sent me on a path of looking for a community. So I found some Facebook groups and some YouTube channels, and I ended up finding a fruitarian person that was part of a vegan Facebook group, a Black vegan Facebook group. And there was this British guy who lived in New York. There was this guy, Orville Douglas. So shout outs to him. Y'all can check out his content as well.
Okay.
But he was talking about his fruitarian diet. And I was like, what's a fruitarian? Like and I asked him questions. I went to the DM, asked him questions. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I know about veganism. I know it's probably safe and healthy for us to not eat animals. But I still thought that we had to eat like all these other plants and everything to kind of get a full balanced nutritional profile. So are you telling me you only eat fruits? Like you don't eat vegetables, or like, well, you don't cook your food? He was like, yeah, man, it's been almost a decade of, raw foods and 25 years of veganism. And now today, this was 8 years ago. Now today he's been like on almost exclusively fruits for about 11 years with small hints of, salads, leafy green vegetables and things like that. But he doesn't really thrive on vegetables or even cooked foods or anything like that. He's been fruitarian. So through talking to him and meeting him, I got more educated and more curious and interested about this fruit eating thing. So some months go by, and I actually do a fruit cleanse where I just eat only fruits for 30 days. And so I did that, and once again, it was not about what you can learn or read or what somebody can tell you. I like had a personal experience, which gave me all the information that I needed to kind of feel like I had found something really, really powerful and really, really important that wasn't being shared far enough, quick enough, loud enough, wide enough. So it was around 2016, 2017 that I really became passionate about fruit, eating fruit, humans, connecting with plants and fruits, and using our connection, our symbiotic relationship with the seed-bearing, flowering plants, using that connection to uplift our individual lives and the lives of those around us. And I've met almost nothing but just amazing consequences and responses and reactions in terms of how the universe has been responding, how the Most High Creator has been responding to my journey and to my passion for uplifting fruits, and really emphasizing that humans, despite whether you think whatever you should or shouldn't eat meat or whatever, humans in general, almost every human on the planet would benefit from increasing the amount of fruits that they consume, and also increasing the amount of connection that they have with the land, with the plants, with the roots, with fruit trees. Like we serve to benefit in so many ways from enhancing that connection. So that's what I really devoted like my life to in these past few years, and that has, branched off into many different realms where it's not just about what you eat and eating fruit, but it's about how you relate to the land, how you relate to your body, how you eliminate not only physical waste, but how you eliminate emotional waste, spiritual waste. And so, yeah, it, led me down this path of getting more into yoga and movement. And I did my training and became a yoga instructor, taught in yoga studios all over the US. I went to Thailand and studied ancient Thai massage. And yeah, it's really just taking me on a journey around the world of research and just spiritual healing, to really empower myself with as many tools as I can to heal myself, and simply just to share that with any and everyone who's interested and who can benefit from that. So that's pretty much, hopefully I answered your question, how I became passionate about fruit and how the frugivore thing came around. It's really just an awareness that since I started to eat only fruits for 30 days, that it was a no-brainer that like ever since I had that experience, it's like nothing else that I've ever put in my mouth or eaten ever made me feel the way that fruit makes me feel. And honestly, I can say to this day, maybe especially because I live in the tropics and I've had lots of coconuts and lots of tree-ripened fruits, that I've never eaten anything that tastes as good as a piece of fruit. Like I've had really good vegan pizzas, and I used to eat ribs and pork chops. And I've never had food, no matter how well it was made, how well it was seasoned, how much time it took. I've never had anything that can be as satisfying and just pure soul nourishing as a really ripe, in season, preferably local, but basically ripe fruit. Like it's an incomparable experience, you know?
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. There's a couple things that stuck out to me. The fruit, you know, a lot of people don't know that we can sustain ourselves with just fruit, you know, even for 30 days, even for even longer than that. You know, the water that's in the fruit, the nutrients that's in the fruit, and it is food. You know, there's a certain thing of as meat in the fruit. You know, that's where we get that term meat from a watermelon meat, things like that. So that is very vast. I love also how you use consequence in a positive way. Sort of like a, you know, a law of attraction, like a karmic thing, you know. I love that fact that you said that consequences of you doing, you know, not just researching, but the action that you put in the research. I know a lot of people look up vegetarian and plant-based and they search and they study, but actually applying it and actually knowing the difference between eating raw and eating cooked foods and the nutrients that's lost within the cooked foods, you know, and learning that science of how to, you know, take food, prepare food, and have it be nourishing in our bodies. And not only just the flavor, but the rawness. It's something about the rawness. It's something about just taking it from the ground rather
Life,
than
the
cooking
liberty,
it. The
the
life,
liberty in
you know, exactly. And there's things, these are things that our teachers, you know, Dr. Sabi, Dr. Layla Africa, other teachers taught us about the raw, the power of raw. And I know a lot of people want to cook the foods and saute and, you know, fry the vegetables and things. And it's not, you know, it's not as nutrients as it's barely no nutrients when you cook it, you know. So it's a lot of knowledge and applied, you know, applied just doing it, you know, to actually understand how to just fulfill your body in a truthful manner. So I know there's a lot of information that, you know, that community, our community has to learn. You know, there's a lot of things going out there about being vegan and being a frugivore and things like that. So I'm glad that you are here and actually went through the process, you know, actually have the information and have guides and keys to give people. So, and that's one of my questions, you know, what are the resources that you have for your community as far as like a website or detoxes that you have or different documents that people can use? Are there things that people can come to you for to make their lives easier in this such a rat race environment and society? Are there information and things that people can get from you?
Yeah, for sure. I've been sharing a lot of, you know, helpful information over these past years. So the first place to start, if you're just really new to the journey
Mm,
and you're curious and want to learn a little bit more about this, what it looks like, what goes into it, I would say my Instagram page is a pretty good archive or collection, curation of helpful videos, conversations, lives, recipes, processes, detoxes, information to just get you started and kind of like get your foot in the door.
okay.
But for those who are really, you know, you could say more serious or just those who really understand that like, okay, I want to do this. I actually want to try
Mm,
this out and see how my body, how my mind, how my universe responds to changing the way that I eat or maybe changing the way that I interact with my environment that's moving more or wearing more natural clothing or getting more sunlight. If
mm,
people are really more serious and want to really learn and just want to learn more from me, have my undivided attention, have more access, I've created a private community actually on the school platform. And within this community, you know, I have weekly Zoom calls. I call them clarity calls and value calls, where people can just bring whatever questions or challenges that they're experiencing to the table, and we can I strategize with them how to get certain solutions, how to advise them through certain cleanses or certain cleansing symptoms, I also share a lot of resources in this group. So I actually have pretty much made my ebook accessible for members of the group as a complimentary gift. My fruit feast detox guide. I've made that available to the members of the group. I'm working on a new ebook that will have more raw, creative, gourmet type recipes that don't use fire. So that'll be coming out soon, which I will also pre-release at a discount for the members of the group. But people, pretty much members of the group, they get like early access to know about retreats, events, new products that I have. But like I said, you get the weekly calls where you get to show up and really talk to me face to face like this, as well as with the community of other like-minded beings. And yeah, it's just, there's so much that can go in there. So I'm constantly adding more content and more value to the thing. So I have like some PDF documents, some visualization and meditation exercises that I share. The main add-on that I've recently added on now is, you know, my movement practice that I do most days. I've actually go live every day, every morning around 8 a.m. And I'll probably start doing it earlier too as I get my sleep schedule to shift more towards the early part of the day. But around 8 a.m. right now, you can catch me going live to do movement practice, whether that might be dancing or capoeira or just yoga, stretching, breathing, qigong. I'm just opening the gate for people to learn and experience and to move along with me, right? And we always end that movement session with 15 minutes of silent meditation. So, you know, people are getting the yang and the yin, learning how to move, but also learning how to be still and quiet the mind. So I've made all this accessible to the members of my community. And right now, there's about 50 members there. You know, some of them were pioneering members that got in at a really low price or even for free. But right now, you know, it's only about $24 per month to join this community and get access to all these resources. And yeah, so that's the monthly price. And I actually have a 7-day free trial access. So you can actually just sign up and join for a week, get 7 days worth of movement practices, access to all of the previous call recordings that I've ever done with the groups, helping people with food addiction.
Yeah.
You know, people want to like have longevity, want to anti-age themselves, want better skin, flat tummy. So we really help a lot of people with kind of just advancing where they're at. So yeah, 7-day free trial. The link is actually in my bio. And I can also share that with you so you can post that in the caption here. But yeah, that's how we're helping people. So 7 days, you can jump in and see if you like it, download all the content, see all the calls, and you can leave if you want. But most people tend to stick around because each week we cover so much ground and there's so much growth, and people are just having so many breakthroughs that it's low-key addictive how much more easeful the journey can be when you have a community, accountability, and a coach or mentor. So that's really what it's about. It's the missing piece. A lot of people are still in this individual, like you call rat race, kind of lone wolf way of doing things in the world. But we really need each other more than we think, and we do better in community. And you are a reflection of like the top 5 people that you spend time around. So if you can devote a couple hours per week to be online with people like Truth and myself, and a whole community of people that are raising the vibration, you can only benefit from that because that's in alignment with your intention where you're going. So yeah, hopefully hopefully that wasn't too much. It's a lot that we're able to do with that, but I try to keep it very simple and accessible for people. So the main thing is coming to the weekly calls on Sundays, checking in to work out with us every morning, and basically bringing questions to the discussion board and to the calls, and actually checking into all the resources that I posted, like the vision, visualization exercises, the life clarity, where you become clear on what you want, and then we work on how to actually make that happen. So goal setting, that kind of stuff is really important as well.
That sounds great. Peace, everyone that came into the room. This is PlantMeduNeter Show, your guide to holistic health. This is Jordan. We have him on the platform. He just gave us a whole bunch of jewels and just great information that you can find on his social media. He has a link where you can get a ton of information, from detox to sound meditation, healing, just learning just how to quiet the mind. And you are so right about accountability. A lot of people want to do it alone, or, you know, I even find myself like, look, I'm just going to find my own route. But the community is what we need. Accountability is what we need. Having people check up on us, having to be able to ask questions, having a person to go to, knowing the questions that they can answer for you. It's really beneficial, and we all need somebody. We can't do it alone. Especially when there's new information coming out. It's old information that hasn't been out there. It's ancient information that we are relearning. And, you know, it's a lot, especially dealing, you know, with that rat race. We need accountability. So Jordan, he's doing his meditation mornings. If y'all go follow him, y'all can catch him on live as well. As far as these healing retreats, you know, I see you traveling everywhere in different countries, doing Thai massages, doing yoga. Y'all, if y'all go to his page, you'll see a whole bunch of just yoga pictures and meditation pictures, pictures of different fruits and different just artifacts from different countries that our ancients used to make it beneficial for us, for our bodies, for our just connecting with nature. So on your healing retreats, what services do you offer for people that have, you know, retreats or hotels in different countries that want you to come out? What things that you offer at the healing retreats?
Absolutely. So, you know, for any people that actually have, you know, different healing spaces and resorts, or a restaurant, or, you know, a farm or things like that, and you're interested in actually getting more eyes, getting more people to come and like experience your land, experience your space. What I typically bring to the table is the wisdom of how to properly eat from the land, whether that's with raw foods and fruits and foraging, medicinal herbs and plants, as well as how to properly cook and prepare certain foods that are coming in from the land. And I offer, you know, Thai massage therapy. So we have the holistic body therapies. I'm a yoga instructor myself, and I also have a team of people that I work with, depending on what country we're in. A team of healers, of sound and bowl healers, yoga instructors, martial arts instructors, meditation instructors. You know, we really try to bring all the resources together. And yeah, it's mostly about getting people the right food and the right habits in terms of how they move. And we offer a lot of meditation and breath work, kind of stillness experiences. So that's really, you know, what I'm able to offer for different stakeholders that exist in the tropics.
Perfect. That's beautiful. And if they want to talk to you and book you, just go to your link on your website. Jordan will have a calendar where you can book to talk to him, speak to him, and get everything going, from the financial to what y'all will be doing, the itinerary. Jordan got everything on lock. You know, he's a very knowledgeable guy and just humble, genuine. And, you know, I love his spirit, and it's just a pleasure. Welcome, everybody. It's PlantMeduNeter. It's a pleasure to have Jordan on here. So for 2024, Jordan, 2024, what do you have scheduled? Any big retreats going on in 2024?
Yes. So 2024 is already, you know, starting off as an amazing year. Right now, I'm kind of beginning my 30-day fruit feast, juice feast of life initiation, where I'm heading into my 30th year solar return. And right now, you know, this year is already stacking up to be super power loaded with healing experiences and honestly some of the most beautiful places on the planet.
Wow.
So most soon we have actually a detox and nature retreat here in Ecuador for April 23rd, the last week in April. So we'll be, you know, learning about medicinal plants and how to heal yourself with things that you find growing outside. A lot of fruits and just so many exotic beautiful tropical tasty fruits. You know, I'm a raw food sun-fired chef artist as well. So I like to make a lot of beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, tasty cuisine.
Yes.
And we'll also, you know, have consistent like yoga and breath work and qigong practices. So you can learn how to get introduced to those practices and maybe incorporate those into your lifestyle as you return home. And then just the overall aspect of immersion in nature, you know, hiking mountains, gentle mountains, won't get y'all going up to the big top, but, you know, hiking in nature, you know, bathing and swimming in the rivers, visiting waterfalls. I mentioned foraging plants and just overall wisdom on permaculture and how to properly harmonize yourself with the environment and live in tune with nature. You know, bioconstruction, living in naturally built, you know, ecological structures. So that's what's happening in Ecuador in April. The very next one that we have will be at the end of May in Bali, Indonesia. And I'm teaming up with an amazing young lady who I actually met in Ghana. And we actually met each other during our own healing processes as we were retreating in nature. We've decided to join forces and bring you guys a detox and breathwork retreat in Bali, Indonesia. And, you know, Bali is known as the island of the gods. It has over 100 temples on this island. And so there's lots of, you know, water ceremonies. We have some Indonesian cooking classes, some fruit tasting experiences. Obviously, you know, detoxification with herbs and fruits and tonics and tinctures, as well as nature and breath work. Lots of opportunities to do yoga and to learn how to control your breathing and learn how to regulate your nervous system with the backdrop of the amazing, gorgeous, tropical palm tree Bali, Indonesia environment. So those are the main two that we have right now that are already, slots are already filling up for these. So I definitely recommend, you know, reach out to me and I'll send you over, you know, details and information on how you can get involved with the Ecuador retreat in April or the Bali retreat in May. And tentatively, we have for later on in the year, we have some collaborations and some events and some experiences that we're putting together on the continent of Africa. So right now we're finalizing a retreat in December for Tanzania. So definitely stay tuned for that. And as well as Ghana might be on the list as well. But right now, what's super solid is Ecuador and Bali, Indonesia. And if May, you know, is not necessarily if you're not really going to be able to make it out to May, I still recommend reaching out to myself because, you know, we have a whole team there together. So we're able to do monthly retreats in Bali, you know, as well as offer different things like relocation services, just assistance if you're looking to really shift your whole lifestyle to being maybe living more abroad, being an expat, needing help with like visas and traveling or how to relocate your family and your kids. So this is another layer of the offerings and services that we are offering to the community because the ascension is happening, the awakening is happening, and you know, you don't want to be. There was this movie that came out recently, was called Leave the World Behind, and it's like, you know, if you're not paranoid yet, it's already too late.
It is. And man, I was fortunate enough to go to Ecuador and visit Jordan and just have a great holistic health time. He showed me different avenues, different stores, fresh foods. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Different cities. And I just, I definitely want to bring a group with me in April to come to the retreat and just give everyone just a taste of Ecuador, just a taste of purity in a different country, freedom in a different country. And like you said, the ascension is happening, the awakening is happening. There are a lot of Americans, more, you know, quote unquote blacks that want to move out of the country that are feeling, needing those voids, you know, and they don't know where to start, especially getting visas, passports. What do you need when you get out there? You know, how will you be treated when you're out there? You know, do they accept black people? You know, so it's different layers to that when you're moving to different countries. So Jordan is definitely a great pioneer for that, to even speak to him, schedule a calling call with him, and just speak to him about that on that layer of services. That is great to know. And I know I find myself itching to get out of America, you know. So, you know,
Yeah.
everyone has their timing. Everyone knows, you know, their spirit tells them what they need to do. So it's on us to answer that call and, you know, read those red flags and get those green flags going and get your spirit moving a little more to uproot and move on. So, yeah, like I said, it's a pleasure, Jordan. So if everyone can go follow Jordan, go to his link. If you need some detox, if you need some answers to cleansing your body, and just where to start, you know, he's a great pioneer for that. Is there any special things that you need to say to the people as far as those who are just looking for a new start, looking for a different avenue of life, just that freedom of releasing all of this pressure that's on us here?
Yeah. So, yeah, really, you know, what I've basically developed over these years is an awareness of a spectrum of people are on different levels and different places in their journey. So right now, for me, it's really about cultivating um, levels of access that are helpful for people, right? Based off where they're at. So if you've never left America before, never taken like a foreign vacation, you know, maybe coming out on a retreat could be a huge step for you. You not knowing what's on the other side of it, right? Maybe you're just interested and curious in veganism or plant-based or fruit. So I have these, you know, resources, online community, online group, where from the comfort of your own home, based off your own schedule, you can start absorbing some of this wisdom, some of this information, so you can start applying it in your home, your neighborhood, your block.
Yeah.
And maybe you've been on this path of being plant-based, vegan, for a while, and you're trying to get to the next level. You're trying to really be maybe more disciplined and more consistent, or maybe you just kind of alone and isolated, right? So that's where the retreats can come in, where you're able to unite with the community. You're able to change your environment so that you can implement new habits, solidify that, and then take that back and start applying that to your regular day to day. So really, you know, we have something for everyone, and it's really just important to kind of be clear on where you are in your journey and what you want to get to. And the beautiful thing is that if you're not clear, if you don't know what's really for you, what to do, where to start, I actually offer complimentary clarity calls.
Wow.
Where, you know, you just book a time with me, and, you know, we can spend, you know, 15, 30, 45 minutes on just understanding, you know, what it is that your soul is actually yearning for, and what is the best way to actually get that. You know, is it going to be through a diet change? Usually diet change helps because, you know, you are what you eat.
Yeah.
But will it be through a diet change? Will it be through more mindset shift? Would it be more implementing yoga and meditation into your lifestyle? So we can have these conversations to help you get clear on where you are and where you want to get to. And that's completely free of charge. I'm really just happy to help everyone have that clarity, because once you get clarity, that's like the beginning of a really, really fun game where you get the confidence to actually know what you're going towards. All the information is available. We live in an age of information, so how to do things is already done, is already there. But what is the thing you want to do? So we, you know, we get clear on what it is you want to do. The how exists. I have some free resources on how to do it. But even sometimes that's more difficult for people if they're alone, they have resistance, they have mental blocks. So if you actually need hands-on assistance, kind of like hand holding or one-on-one advice or accountability, I actually have the private group where you can talk to me or some of my fellow coaches, and we can actually help you implement all this new information that you get from that clarity. So there's steps along the process, and, you know, we're pretty much working on meeting everyone where they're at and helping you from there without overwhelming, without overcomplicating, without, you know, changing your pocketbooks too much. So yeah, I'm just really excited to have this opportunity to share these vibes with you guys. And I'm really excited for Truth to come out to Ecuador.
Yes.
And, you know, you guys are in for a treat if you want to come out and join us and get this healing experience.
Of course, man. I'm so ready to get out of here and just experience just that freedom. Man, and it was nothing like it, you know, that feeling of just freedom, you know, and seeing culture in a different way, in a different community, in a different country, you know, seeing families, seeing kids running around outside, seeing people, you know, create things and just use their hands and use the community to
Yeah.
you know, to circulate funds, to circulate, you know, the community funds. So that is definitely a beautiful thing to see. Jordan has a free consultation where you can call him and have a clarity call. So if you guys can click the link, and you know, many people don't have that. You know, people in his experience and his mindset, they don't have those resources where you can just say, hey, I need a clarity call. I don't have that. I'm on a budget. I don't have that much money. You can do it for free, you know, and that alleviates all the stress and things that come with having to find funds and do these things, you know. Like Jordan said, everything is at our fingertips. We have a device where we have, you know, nothing's new under the sun. So we can research anything, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's at our fingertips. And so I'm so glad that Jordan has this information and that he actually went through the process to find this information and implement it in his lifestyle. It's a lifestyle for him. He's not doing this for fun and bubbles and giggles. You know, he actually does this. You know, he meditates. He does strengthening. You know, I was living with him. He wake up every morning, fresh coconut juice. You know, like he's about it. You know, so it's really real, and it's a pleasure to just see someone experience that and go through that, and allow the community to have an access to you. You know, you don't even have to have access to yourself. You could just cut everybody off and be like, yo, I'm out here. I'm good. All I have to worry about is me, you know, but we don't want blood on our hands, and we want everyone to experience that freedom and get what they need for our God-given selves. So I appreciate you, brother, for being on here, Jordan. Everyone, this is PlantMeduNeter. We will have this video on YouTube, on Instagram, and please follow Jordan. Click his link, see all the services that he offers, the retreats that's going to be in April. And when is it, March?
May.
May in Bali, Indonesia. Oh, that's going to be beautiful, man. And it's so much more coming up, so much more resources, so much more information. So Jordan, tell me one thing. What is your top 3 favorite fruits before we get out of here? Top 3 favorite fruits that you just
That's
like,
a
oh,
difficult
I'm
one
I
because, you
know it's
know,
difficult. That's why I
it's
was like,
always
let me
changing
hear
every week, every month, every country is
Oh,
different.
man.
Um,
Yes.
but I'll say this, you know, my favorite fruits probably have a lot more of a maybe complex flavor that people may not everybody can appreciate. But if I could recommend 3 fruits for the average person to really like go out and try, you know, it would be mango.
Mm,
Um, one of my favorites is papaya, but
yeah.
it's honestly hard to get good papaya
Mm,
in America. Um,
yes.
coconuts, if you can get fresh
Yes.
coconuts, mango, and whew, so,
It's so
I
many, so
mean,
vast.
let me put it this way. There's a
Mm,
certain family of fruits,
okay. Okay. That's good.
or a genus, right? So you have the family that includes soursop and
I
cherry
love
moya,
soursop.
custard apples, and sweet
Mm,
sop, and even noni is part of this family.
yes, it is.
I would probably say the Annonaceae or Annona say that Annona family of fruits is probably my overall favorite family or genus that fruits come from
Mhm.
because each fruit is so decadent, rich, sweet, um, you know, like just creamy
Mm,
goodness and also hydrating. Like these fruits are hydrating, so you know, it's really hard to like overeat on them or feel like guilty. I mean, like bananas are great, but like they're real sweet and they make you thirsty sometimes.
right.
The sapote family are really nice. The sapodillas, the mame sapotes, but those aren't really my favorite. But when you get into sour sop, chirimoya, custard apple,
Mhm.
sweet sop, meringue and even noni, especially in the
I
form
love
of
it.
juice noni or fermented. Like if you can get if you can get your hands on any fruit from that
Yeah.
category, I definitely recommend doing that. And
Okay.
obviously, some people never had mangoes or good mangoes, so
Mhm.
I definitely recommend looking for and investing in some really good mangoes.
For sure, for sure, of course, of course. And everyone in your community, look for your local farmers. Anybody have local? Everybody has local farmers. On the outskirts of your community. If you live in the city and the concrete giants, look on the outskirts of your communities and try to find some
Mhm.
local farmers, local organic farmers. There's a lot of terms that
Yeah.
go into uh, these farmers and farming and different seeds and things that they grow from. So make sure you
And
have
that's
those resources.
And that's another thing that we really do focus on in the school community that I have. I call it Dream Body Academy
Yeah.
because it's basically people just want to construct their dream body. That might be losing weight, gaining weight, building muscle.
Mm,
That also constitutes how you feel. So maybe it's mental clarity, mental health, emotional, right? And the dream body eventually leads to having your dream life, because you have to live life in your body. So it's really about honoring and nourishing that temple. But in the community, we really do a lot of accountability stuff. So you can find accountability partners to fast with or work out with or meet up with and eat fruit
wow.
with. But that also incorporates, we talk about, we have members from all over the world,
Mm,
literally India, might be somebody from Egypt in there, Spain,
wow.
Italy, America, Canada, Ecuador. So we really have collective conversations about where to get and where to find good fruit. So you can post a message in my private community, be like, yo, I'm in Atlanta, I live on this street, where the good fruit at? And there's actually a forum where people are discussing and they're name dropping the best resources,
Wow.
best places to go get fruit.
That's what's
You
up.
might be in Italy. Like I don't even live in Italy, but there's maybe two people in Italy in the group, and they
Right.
can find where's the best place. I got one guy in there from Netherlands, and we've helped him find like a really natural organic fruit market, as well as a wholesale vendor, so people can buy like large quantities, large boxes
Mhm.
of fruits and vegetables, do their juicing, do their smoothies.
Yeah.
So that's really probably one of the main perks that I forgot to mention earlier, that people really are able to use the internet to connect,
Mhm.
to make connections with real
Yes.
human beings and to bridge the gap so that we're not feeling alone, isolated, trying to figure this thing out. It's like, no, there is community, there is support out here. And so people like Truth and myself are opening ourselves to really be of service to you guys.
For sure. One thing that me and Jordan have learned in life is we have to, in times, force ourselves to do things. We have to action things out, especially when we want to see change, when we want to see transformation and make a betterment, not just sitting down and watching and reading, but we have to action, like do it. If you want to go on this change, you have to do it. You have to force yourself to do it. Some
Nothing
people don't
to it
want
but
to
to do it.
exercise. You have to wake up. You have to exercise. You got to do it. Some people want to stop drinking
Mhm.
sodas. You have to stop. If you want this change, if you want your blood systems, your systems to be pure and good, you have to force yourself to make a change. So do it. This is your message to just go do it. Go make that change. And you have resources. Reach
Mhm.
out to either one of us, especially Jordan. He has a plethora of information and he has access. His clarity calls is so beneficial to you. So I thank you, Jordan, for being on PlantMeduNeter. We're going to close it out and we're going to allow people to go on your platform and use your services and just see how much change they can have in their 2024 year. So blessings to you all that came into the room, that got this information. And for those who are going to watch later on in the week, later on in the year, this information is timeless. So we are a timeless spirit, and I'm just thankful for you, Jordan. You are a shit.
Hey,
to you, and blessings to you all. Thank you for being on Plan Meta Show.
hey, Ashe, blessings to you. Come on out to Ecuador and Bali, guys. You don't want to miss this.
All right. Let's do it. Peace.